Hey, you guys, it's Angela Marie, your Queen Sickle Cell Warrior. And today we're going to talk about a topic that a lot of people have been asking me. Crisis. How often do we have them? Um, what it feels like? Um, Cures. Because someone said, oh, isn't it a cure already for sickle cell? And that's about it. So I'm gonna try to keep my podcast down to 15 minutes. That way I don't lose you guys' attention. But yeah, I know it's been a little bit. Your girl been having many crises. Yeah, me, the Queen Sickle Cell Warrior, been having some crises, but I think I got it under control. Um, I know what's causing it, and I'm doing what I can to try to better that situation so that I won't have these mini crises. But yeah. So, a sickle cell crisis. What exactly does it feel like? Because I have explained to you guys in the first video what exactly sickle cell is, what a crisis is, but I'll recap on that. So, a sickle cell crisis is when your body has severe vasal occlusions in your blood, which means your blood is constricted. It starts shaping like a sickle. It piles up like a traffic jam going through your bloodstream, and then it causes severe pain. So that severe pain, the only thing I could describe it to be close to, many people have had the flu, many people had COVID, the body aches and pains that came with that. It's that times 10. Okay? So every day I wake up, the pain that you felt from the flu or COVID is the pain that I have on a daily basis. And me and other sickle cell warriors have gotten used to having those pains. But to control that pain and keep that pain at our pain level out of a 0 to a 10, which mine is normally a 3, um, to keep it at a 3, we are supposed to take our maintenance drugs. So yeah, our maintenance drugs are the Oxycontin, the hydrocodone, whatever the doctor give you for pain. Everybody do not take hydrocodone. Everybody do not take morphine pills. It just depends on the doctor. It depends on the individual. But you always got to advocate and let them know what works for you. When I first started taking pain medicine, I was on Lortabs. And Lortabs were okay for a couple of years. And after about 3 years, they stopped working. So I found myself doubling my dosage and I'm still in pain. So then that's when my doctor switched me over to the hydrocodone and the Oxycontin Extended Relief. And I've been on that for about 10 years. So the ways to try to manage your pain is to take your home medication to possibly help you to not have a crisis. Okay, so now we know what a crisis feel like. You know that pain. I don't wish that pain on anyone, but when you're having that severe pain and it's times 10, it's not like the regular COVID or flu pain. It's time to go to the hospital. I'm really speaking to a lot of my fellow sickle cell warriors, but me, really, because I'm the type of person that I would do what I can to not go to the hospital. And the main reason why I would take my home maintenance drugs every 6 hours around the clock for 2 days and hydrate myself with water, nothing but water, and rest for 2 days. And if I do that in 2 days and I'm still hurting, my pain is still a 8, 9, or 10 out of 10, then I'm going to the hospital. And I'm serious about that. I promise my kids, because so many times it was that a 8, a 9, a 10, and I did not go simply because either I didn't have anyone to watch the kids, or I didn't want to ask anybody to watch them. I'm so independent, or I was in fear that they were going to keep me, and then I'm like, oh, who's going to keep the kids or watch the kids, or are the kids going to be able to look after themselves when they were older, as they were older, for 3, 4, 5 days. So the last reason why I personally would not want to go to the hospital is because of the wait time in the ER. You in severe pain. You waiting 8, 9, 10 hours, and then you get to the back and you're treated like all you're doing is drug seeking. And what I mean by that is I'm in healthcare myself. I done went to the ER, stayed out in the emergency room 8 hours. Then I get back to the back, especially when I first moved to Georgia in an unfamiliar environment where they don't have any medical records. Yeah, waiting, get to the back. You don't even look like you have sickle cell, or do you really have sickle cell? And I'm like, excuse me, let's just get these labs. You're not getting anything but fluids until I get the results back. Okay, sir. They get the results back. Oh my God. Let's get you some some IV drugs. What do you usually take? At that time, I didn't know. I'm not sure because I don't usually have a crisis. I have a crisis like every 3 years, and I don't know what they give me. Well, we're gonna give you some Dilaudid, and we're gonna get the fluids running faster. And okay, so they address the pain, give me pain medicine, and I start feeling better. I went to sleep. I wake up. I'm feeling like I'm okay. The doctor come back in, 3-4 hours later. How are you feeling? And I'm like, I'm feeling okay. I'm still in a little pain. I'm still like at a 7. Okay, we'll give you another dose of pain medicine. Give me another dose of IV pain medication. Then they come back in about 3 more hours later. How are you feeling? At this point, someone like me that's not used to getting Dilaudid and heavy drugs, I'm fine. I feel like I'm back at a 3. I really feel good. So they're like, okay, we're gonna send you home. So they send me home, and as soon as that medication is out of my system, then guess what? I'm still at an 8, 9, or 10. So now I gotta go back to the hospital. So I learned that when I do go, that I really have to assess my pain, and I might have to even tell them, hey, can we not get any more pain medication, but let me just sit here, sleep for another 3 hours, or just rest for 3 hours and then reassess my pain? Because my fear is that I tell you I'm fine, I go home, the pain medicine out of my system, and then now I'm back in the same situation and got to wait in the waiting room for 8 hours again. But this time they believe me because now they got records that I have sickle cell. Yeah, so that's the main reason for a lot of us that we don't go. We feel like we are always judged and accused of just seeking pain medication. I'm not saying there's not people out there that has become addicted to the IV pain medicine or to the pain medicine period, and they need something stronger. There are people out there like that, but I'm not one of them. I am one of the ones that didn't want to go on the maintenance drugs, that for a long time just went on about my day doing what I could for years, and then I have a crisis, and then the doctor like, hey, you really need to get a hematologist. That's why I speak now to the younger generation, to tell these young adults, 19, 20, 21, don't play around with sickle cell. Make sure now that you're of age, go get you a good hematologist and do what you need to do to take care of you if you want to be here. So yeah, that is one thing I wanted to talk about today. And like I said, I was mainly questioned about how do it feel when you have a crisis. Then the next thing I want to talk about is the cures. So next video, I will go in depth about all the cures that have came about. One for sure is the CRISPR, which is like a gene therapy where they can go in and manipulate the genes. And yes, they have said people have been cured from that. But is it accessible to everybody? No. So CRISPR is very expensive, as you can imagine. And for someone like me, I can't afford it. And even if I could afford it, I have to be eligible to receive it, right? So since I don't have that many crises and I only get hospitalized for my sickle cell every 2, 3, 4 years, I'm not even a candidate. Did you hear me? I'm not even a candidate. I have sickle cell though. I'm not a candidate. Why? Because I'm not sick enough. So in their eyes, they feel like I can continue to do what I'm doing and get by and just pass away when I pass away. One less person on this earth. Population control. I mean, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. The other thing was bone marrow transplant. Now, bone marrow transplant, same thing. You have to be sick enough to go on the list. Well, unfortunately and fortunately, your girl is not sick enough to go on that list. And the only way that I could do a bone marrow transplant is to have a sibling with the same mom, same dad donate their bone marrow to me if they're a match. So they have to make sure they're a match first, which they should be, and then we could do the bone marrow transplant. Well, that's not an option for me. I do have somebody that fit the criteria to donate to me, but for whatever reason, they're not willing to. I want to say it's out of fear, but I'd rather not speak on it. So that is it. And I feel like God gave me sickle cell, and He knew that I am the one that is strong enough to handle it and to witness to people and to advocate on our behalf. And that's why I'm following His will and I'm doing what He asked me to do. And I'm going to continue to speak out, make awareness come to sickle cell and research and the hydration facilities and everything. Like, I am truly dedicated to this mission. So that's it for the bone marrow transplant. And then there was another recent study and recent cure that they came up with. But once again, I'm not eligible because I'm not sick enough. So that is that. Then I had somebody ask me, why don't you just get disability? This was a healthcare worker. Okay, I get disability. I have 3 young men that still depend on me, even if it was just myself. Disability alone would not be enough for me to survive and live, even if I just had a 1-bedroom apartment. It's not enough. Why would I go apply and be on disability if I can work? I am going to work until I can't work no more, and when that time comes, then I will apply for disability, Social Security. But your girl is trying to make it to work at least 60. But if God retire me before 60, which I know He will, it'll be because I'm doing His work and advocating and started some other businesses. Because when you get to 42, which I am, you start thinking about retiring, because the industry that I'm in, healthcare, and the particular facility I work at, it's a lot. So, as I told you in the beginning, I've been having many crises. And the reason I've been having many crises is because of the workload in the hospital that I'm working. So I'm never going to complain. I don't want to say to management or my fellow coworkers, hey, I got sickle cell, because I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. I can do the job. I just have to space out my days so that I can rest, so that I can also have enough energy and not be in so much pain on my off days, so that I can still spend time with my family. So I'm doing what I have to do in that situation. Like I told you guys before, fellow sickle cell warriors, we have to make sure we're not going into crises. And if your crisis is stemming behind stress, a work environment, your children, or different things, you have to control that. You really do. So you have to make a change. And so, yeah, that is that. And I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. But I also, before I leave, want you guys to know that I am working very hard to do these t-shirts. Yes, I have one on. I don't know if you guys can see it. Pray for a cure. Sickle cell warrior. This is one of the men's shirt. Women, whoever want to buy them. But I have one for the adult woman, the adult men, the teenager boy, the teenager girl, the little girl, and the little boy. So every time I do a podcast, I will be switching up and wearing different shirts. But just know you can order the shirts in any of these colors: white, burgundy, black, red, and pink. And you can pick any of the designs to be put on it. So, say you're a woman and you want a pink shirt, but you want this design, you can get this design. And I'm only selling shirts for $20. Every shirt that is sold, I will be donating $2 from the 10% to the Sickle Cell Foundation. Um, so yeah, you guys feel free to start ordering on Shopify. Look in the comments for the store link. And as always, we will come up with a cure in my lifetime and continue to pray for a cure. I love you guys. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and tell others. Love you guys and have a great day.